Hello everyone, my name is SiC. Welcome back to Anno 1800. I was going to say 1404, but that would be a mistake. Now, yeah, we're going to make another schooner because we're going to need that in the new world when we settle another island. Meanwhile though, one of our ships with the steel is about to land on our other island. So we're going to take advantage of that, unload the steel. We're going to make another beer production facility, I guess. But meanwhile, right, we need to do this quickly. So look, because the game doesn't pause during these. Tavern Troubles. These hoodlums are asking for it, to each harbor its own ill-famed tavern, and this one is no exception. While your crew enjoys a beer at the counter, the tavern's door slams open, the bartender stiffens, and the volume of conversations dwindles. The newcomers are regulars of the bad kind. One of the scruffy men elbows your doctor and gasps as the alcohol splashes on his unkempt clothes. He immediately grabs his sailor by the collar and he demands an apology. They want to fight, let them come. Diplomacy. Let's try diplomacy for once. Bribing them with alcohol doesn't seem to work. Your crew invites the men to sit and share a beer on them to try and bring the tension down. The fuck doesn't let go of the doctor and points at the aligned liquors behind the bartender. A glass of all of these, he says, and a bottle of your best whatever. That's way more than they can drink and way more than your sailors can afford. Right, let's fight. The crew overestimates themselves. As he calls for the other sailors to help, the doctor gets his head smashed into the counter. Shit. His crewmates scream for revenge and look like toddlers agitating their little arms to try and hit the big bad guys. The thugs are not in the mood to play along, and one of them stabs a bawling sailor in the liver to make them shut up. They slowly die as the thugs depart, leaving the tavern in stupor. We lost the mate. Oh shit. That sucks. Alright. We need to return home then.
If doom it must be.
Alright. Let's send the ship back manually, because I'm not going to wait for the guy to go back and forth again. It's too much. Meanwhile though, we could maybe build some of the other things we need, because we still need the hop farm. Of course, we can build that hop farm. Right there. And of course we needed 2 of those as well. Has my ship arrived yet?
Stations.
Almost. Alright.
You cannot do my job with soft hands, let me tell you that.
We'll fill this up. Alright, and that's about all we need. Now the ship should have arrived by now. There we go. So let's unload all the steel beams. There we go.
Ship
trade route pause. Alright, so trade route active. Let's go ahead and send it back on the trade route. Now that we have all the stuff that we need, we can finally start being productive again. Alright, so hop farm. We'll create another one. Right there. Right, that is all we need right there. Then of course we need the malt house, which we will build, I don't know, right there. Still connected to the road, so that works. And we can have a brewery, and that doesn't quite fit the way I'd like it to. We'll put it down over here. And we'll connect up this road over to the side as well. Alright, so that's another beer brewery taken care of. We need more workers, but we have plenty of farmhouses, so we are going to upgrade some of these guys. We only need to upgrade 3 of them, or actually 4 of them. They're kind of missing residents at the moment, but there we go, all taken care of. Now then, now that we are getting extra beer, all of these people there should be happy. And then we need to take care of things over on this island. And this is going to be a little bit tricky, actually. We need to create another trade route from here to there. Right, and to make sure that we have all that we need. See, the Devil May Care schooner. The Olympia, this is a frigate. The Devil May Care is the one that we just built, I think. Now, in Veranda Fumigante, we could load... I don't know, we'll see. We'll see. We're not quite there yet. We can get a marketplace, of course. We need to build it somewhere nice, like right there, for example. And we'll build it over here in the corner. Of course, we need to surround it by roads. Need to zoom in a little bit, because I'm actually not seeing what we're doing quite so well. Right, so then we're going to go and drag that road over to this area. There we go. Got a little bridge and everything.
You reached a new milestone.
Alright, so we should make sure that these guys have their own timber production as well, I guess. We can put that farm, or that lumberjack's hut right there. And we'll get to building this guy right about there. There we go. Alright, so people are moving in here pretty soon. A tear upon my cheek. An expedition has returned.
We can hope for
Found some safe, but having never found what they were looking for. Right. Yeah. We need to buy some more people that we can use for these expeditions. Let's have a look. What is this guy? Port dealer. Diplomacy 15. Movement speed. Ignores cargoways. Alright, so that's pretty good. Now we have the merchant. Diplomacy 10. Not so great. What else do we have over here? This guy. Well, we can actually re-roll the offered items. Let's have a look. On the inferior nature of women.
A fire broke out.
What the fuck? A fire broke out. Ooh, let's have a look.
The fire is out of control.
Oh shit, yeah. Now we have fire stations, right? Where do we have the fire stations? One over here, one over there. That is way too far away. I guess we'll have to build another one right there, but it's going to be too little too late, I'm afraid. Look at that fire spreading. Meanwhile, the festival is still going on, which is fantastic, but I do have to say, frame rates are kind of dropping now though, like I'm reaching the 45 frames per second. This is really unfortunate though. We're going to have to rebuild this at some point in the future. And these people are all okay. I wonder, do they have everything they need? Fish is going to be coming, or it's going to be a problem. So let's create another fishery right there. Let's take care of that. They need schnapps. We're close. Also okay. But we need to create the trade route, or we need to adjust it. Right, so plus 15 is not enough anymore. That's plus 25. And hopefully that will do. We'll find out.
Flagship ready for orders.
Right, the flagship. We could even send out the Magnificent, the ship of the line. We could use some of those cool things. And we can send that out on an expedition, I guess. So if we put this guy or this girl in items here in Liquid, we can use the mackerel to do what we need to do here on the map. And as for items, we can actually... Oh, painted stones, equipped in museums. Okay, but we don't have the museum yet, but we're going to get this, and then let's have a look. We can buy some cool people from over here, probably. So, we're going to send this guy over there and see what we can buy from the prison. We have so much money to spare, it's going to be worthwhile. Now, let's have a look. Waiting to be mobilized. These firefighters are moving out, and actually there are like 3 firefighters from all the different places that have moved out to extinguish all the fires. That is really cool. So we have 3 more houses that are burning. These 3 houses are being put out. This house was damaged, so it's already... yeah, it's already put out. Alright, so... this is well in hand by now, I think. Not too worrisome. Anyway. The New World. The people here, first of all, need access to a road before we forget. Destroyed building. Ah. Shit. That's really unfortunate. It only costs 1 plank to renovate, so that is good, but it's still a net loss. Now then, we needed to have the plantain. So we have this one. No, actually. Create a route from here to there. In Veranda, right, in Coração de Frango. No. No. How do we get rid of this? Wait for good, wait for unload.
And so many lives saved.
Right, so we're going to go back and forth between these two islands. In Tombola
has been vanquished.
We will load fried plantains. Right, and we will load
Put it towards something worthwhile.
about 10. We will unload that over here. And on the ship we will put the Devil May Care. There we go. Gifts of money. Excellent. Even more stuff. Alright, so we'll have to wait for some of this wood to come in, I suppose. We also need more farmers.
We are fine.
And what else do they need? Fried plantains, they need the ponchos, of course. They would like to have rum and a chapel. We can actually make that chapel when we have, well, the wood that we need to do so. We'll just have to wait for more wood to come in. Right, but we were going to be making corn over here. And just the corn would be fine. We can just make the corn and we can send it back. So the corn farm requires fertility. Alright, so that's pretty easily done. Then we can send the corn back. And actually we could unload the corn here, and then we can load the corn from here and bring it to this island over there, I guess. That would be okay. Yeah. It's a little bit complicated, I suppose, but it will work out in the end. Right. Now we're getting really into the thick of things, of going all these different places and deciding what to do here and there and everywhere. You need an organized mind, and if I was playing by myself and not doing this playthrough series, I would actually probably be okay with that, but right now I kinda suck. Anyway, former pirate, naval power, navigation and trade pirate. Navigation 25, navigation, force and naval power. Naval power 25. So the bosun, pretty good, ignore speed loss through damage, and then we have the former pirate, that adds a lot of naval power. This woman is diplomacy, force and naval power. Yeah, I don't know. She seems pretty good. She's pretty expensive, but we have so much money to spare. I don't really care. We can just spend that kind of money.
I shall keep the receipt.
Yeah.
More than ready.
Alright. Expeditions. The rescue mission. We received news of a maritime accident. It is our duty to rescue who and what we can. Crafting, almost certain. Medicine, highly likely. Naval power, likely. We don't have any of those things. But we'll try something anyway. The Magnificent.
I'll never again seasick.
Alright, so we'll add 10 fish, 10 schnapps, start the expedition. There we go. We'll see how we do. We should have plenty of stuff to help deal with negative consequences of anything that we might do.
Aye, aye.
Right, so we have this ship, that ship, the penguin, the cuttlefish, the mackerel. Alright, so the other ship that we made, the Devil May Care, is now underway, I think. Let's have a look. Should be over here somewhere, but no. Fine. Maybe it's already here. Could be. Right, so the Guzzler, the Olympia, are the only two ships here right now. That will change in the future. Meanwhile though, let's have a look. The corn farm. We can make the corn farm, and we'll make it right over there, I suppose. We'll add a road. It's lucky for us that the people working here don't actually need to be close. Alright, so that's 118 out of 168, so we can kind of there we go, that should be enough. Now then, let's change the trade route a little bit. Because we are making... we're getting plantains from here to there. Okay. So in... not Olympia, the name of this island. Veranda Fumigante. We will load... corn. And we will unload that in Tombola. We will accept that. Then we have another trade route that goes from here to there. And we will change this. In Tombola we will also load the corn. And we will unload that in Curaçao de Frango. Right, so we will have the corn transported from here to here by one ship. Now that ship is going to go back and forth between these two places to get it to where we really need it to be. Meanwhile, there's a new newspaper. Wow. Let's have a look. Rapturous return. Expedition achieves the unthinkable as crew surmount innumerable obstacles and reach their goal. That's interesting because we actually failed. Now we have the daring expansion. SiC incorporates new territory in bold move. Hopes for splendid new settlement arise. Uninhabited island meets with humankind for the first time, blah blah blah, we know that. And now we have town is fireproof. Fire likelihood next to naught in Veranda Fumigante. Feverish citizens revel in asbestos Arcadia. Their only fire. A fire to the soul. We don't need to do that. Right, let's publish this. Right, that is excellent. We might need... let's have a look. 1 minute for this, 1 minute for that. We might need another corn farm here. So we're going to make it. Let's see, turn that building like so. Right, so this town will be mostly dependent on the trade goods that we bring from other places. This is going to be a little bit tricky maybe, but we'll find out. There we go. All the stuff it needs. Right, so we have this ship, that ship. I don't know where the other ship is though, like the world map. Let's have a look. The devil may care. Alright, so it is on the way. This took a little while longer than we expected. But pretty soon the corn is going to be brought back and forth. And these people, meanwhile, are kind of starving.
Are too lazy to get things done with their
Fried
own
plantains. We can actually make the plantains here as well, so we probably should do that. Make sure that these guys are self-sufficient. We need a fish oil thingy. We can rely on the trade routes, but
your ship has returned
I don't
from
know.
its voyage.
Darling, bring your Pari's hat.
I don't know. I think it's better if we just make sure that these people can take care of themselves as well. Alright, so we put this guy down here.
Well, you've cultivated quite a thirst.
Right, so we are going to make maximum use of this space. There we go. 92 out of 128. We need quite a few of these, but we'll make it work. There we go. Now then, access to a road is required. Then they need workers, which we will take care of, and of course we need a fried plantain thingy, which we will make right there.
Better doing this.
And I think we should connect that road up as well. Now we need more workers, so we can do that as well. There we go. And of course, unlike last time, we should not forget that we are actually making a road, or having to make a road here as well. And I should take care of that problem. Alright, so corn is going to be brought over here. And the obreros, we have 60 left. We also need a cattle farm, but that is something we can actually make over here, so that is not going to be a problem. We should maybe put the cattle farm...
Game saved.
I don't remember the size of the things. I think it's 4. The cattle farm right there. We'll find out. Alright, so that works out just about. That's 4 out of 6. Do we need more over here, I wonder? We might. Alright, and then of course the tortilla maker. We need 100 people for that. So we need to upgrade 4 more houses. That's pretty quickly done. We're just going to upgrade this entire block of houses, I suppose. Cool. Alright, so what is this?
No more
Full output
space
storage
here.
for rum. Interesting.
Schooner reporting.
And the plantains are still enough, I hope. We should have a look. Plantains. And this really needs to be sorted by like New World and Old World. Because this is going to be a bit of a mess. Alright, greatly decreasing by -5. We just got a bunch though. We have 29 in storage. We just have a few people here just working on plantains. That's about it. This is our plantain factory island, I suppose. But it is cool though that we have like little settlements everywhere. They're not going to be advanced settlements, but they do work. Right, now these people probably want to have a church, and we can give that to them. And they want rum as well. They don't need ponchos yet, and I don't want to give that to them. As for happiness, they want rum. That's a good one. We could make rum here as well. But of course we need the workers. We're already using a lot of workers for this thing. Ah, this is tricky. So I don't want to expand this town into a huge thing where we are building massive amounts of everything. But at some point we are going to have to do something like that. So anyway. Right, so anyway, let's create this little thing over here. Drag the road out. So we can make some stuff over here.
long to get back to the blue.
Right, so that ship is extremely slow.
The thrill of discovering new horizons.
But yeah, it's going to work. Now, chapel. People don't need that quite yet, so they need 300 people for that before they want one of those. But the rum is something they do want. Now, to make that, we need to have 10 workers here, 10 workers there, so that's 20, and then 30 there, so 50 in total. And we just made a few houses, people are moving in. We should have just enough for that. That is good stuff. Alright, so I suppose we'll put down that woodcutter right there. Alright, and we'll have that road extend over here. And then, of course, the sugar cane plantation. We're going to put that down right there. That's 123. Right, we'll build that stuff over here. And then finally, the rum distillery. Oh, that's big. That's really big. We don't have the planks we need, but we will have those soon. And then when we have 6, we're going to build that thing over here. Now, meanwhile, plantains are being moved. So that is good. That's a positive. Let's have a look. How many plantains do we have here in storage? It's greatly increasing by +7. So they should be able to keep up with demand for all 3 islands. Of course, we have our own plantain production facility over here, so maybe we can actually amend this route and get rid of that entirely. Just bring the corn. Yeah. In which case, it might just go back and forth between those 2 islands as well. Wait a minute, that's not good. Tombola and Curaçao de Frango. Oh, wait. Cancel that. what is the problem here? Corn is being loaded. Corn is being unloaded. So this is not a problem, right? In Tombola. Storage is empty. Ah, okay. Yeah, that's fine. We were still working on that, so that's the problem. Different problem than I had expected. Anyway, so we have the amount of stuff that we need to build the rum distillery, so construction area blocked. Oh man. Alright, so we'll build it here, I suppose. That's a pretty cool location too, down by the river. Look at that. That river is super nice too, though.
Screenshot taken.
I like making screenshots in this game. It's so pretty to look at. Anyway, this little hamlet should have everything they want. They don't want ponchos yet, and I don't think they will. Actually, they might. Yeah, they might want ponchos pretty soon. What do we need for that? We need 10 people for the alpaca farm. 40 in total. Actually, we can do that as well. So we're going to go ahead and make the alpaca farm once we have the materials. And after that we should have everything we need. As for this island though, it doesn't have the corn yet, it doesn't have the inputs of the beef. But beef is being made at 100%, so that is not going to be a problem soon. And then they can make tortillas. So we're just waiting on the corn. I wonder, do we have corn here already? Zero.
Stations. We assist however we may.
This guy has 10 corn, so that is going to be a thing. One of your routes has a minor issue. Oh well. We'll see. We'll see. These guys are doing pretty well so far. 10 and 30, so yeah, we have enough people to do this now. We just need to have the wood required, so 6 and 6 is 12 total. Let's start with the alpaca farm. Place this down here. That's free construction area. This is not free to construct stuff in? Oh, interesting. Alright, so we'll have to cut into the woodcutter a little bit, which is unfortunate. The poncho darner, 6 more wood. So 3 more wood, actually, because we already have 3. Timber, I mean. That's 6, there we go. Exactly the right amount that we needed. Put this down right there. And there we go. Now this island has everything we need, and it also provides the corn that we need. So this island, this thing is going to go back and forth, it's going to bring the corn. That means we are going to get the tortillas pretty soon. Now the people want coffee, they have coffee, they will get tortillas as well. So already some have been made. So that is going to change pretty soon. Oh, they want sewing machines as well, that is interesting. And then bowler hats. As for happiness, they... beer! And cigars. Oh my god, that is super cool, because now we have to send like these items back and forth between the old world and the new world as well. That's going to make things much more complicated. That is fantastic, because it gives you so much stuff to think about. That is really cool. Alright, meanwhile, let's have a look at the old world. Do we still have a quaint city? We can surely do more to improve the looks of this city, though. I'm very sure of that. Maybe we should go for the zoo now, because that is something that we haven't explored yet. But maybe we can do that in another episode, because I think we have been playing for a while already. Let's also make sure that we have a fire station right there. So we have it on all sides of the city, and everybody can be safe. So I do think that is highly necessary. Now this guy, basically everywhere, has a pub. As for churches,
Place is booming.
I think we only have that one church.
Game saved.
but it services almost all the worker houses in the area, and these guys
Life's fine
don't
as
really
a
want
new
it.
turnip.
All the farmers, they're not very religious, they just want to have beer and a place to drink. Or actually schnapps and a place to drink them. Anyway, that's it for this episode, because we've been playing for a while already. So please leave a like and a comment below if you want to see more Anno 1800 gameplay on my channel. And I will see you guys for whatever video I do next.